Hello and welcome back to another episode of Riichi Mahjong. Today we're going to be playing in the Silver Room, a nice 4-player East match, and I'm a little down in the dumps today. I'm not feeling super confident about this game because the last video that came out, we took a few big hits, a 4th place and a 3rd place in the same video. It didn't feel that good. We're going to try to turn it around today. If you've never seen this game before, it's called Riichi Mahjong. Welcome. The whole entire point of this game, well, I got to lock in. Probably the 4, right? Okay, the whole entire point of this game is to make 5 shapes. One of those shapes has to be a pair. The other 4 shapes have to be either triplets, like 3 of a kind, or runs, like a 2, 3, 4, right? Once we get there, obviously that takes 14 tiles. We only have 13 in our hand. So once someone discards our final missing tile, we can run it and then steal from them the value of our hand. That's the whole game. This hand's pretty good so far. Obviously, we have a pure double sequence, the 5, 6, 7, and then we're looking for a few other things, right? Looking for 3 other shapes. One of them has to be a pair, so these 4s might be our pair, and maybe we can complete the 2, 3 and the 3, 4, but that's okay. So hopefully we're gonna win a hand. I have this new Riichi music that I wanted to showcase, but I haven't even been able. Oh, the 7. I haven't even been able to get into Riichi last episode, which is like the worst situation ever. It was actually my last straw. Like I titled the video, this might be my last straw. I was tilted afterwards. I really was. And I need to be better about that because if I'm getting tilted in Adept 2 from losing, how am I going to make it in the higher ranks? I got to have an unshakable mindset. So yeah, I've taken, 24-hour break. It's the next day. I feel pretty good. I'm going to play pretty conservative. Like, it is just an East game, but I feel like I can play conservative. So what do we need in this hand? Obviously, we'd love to be able to fulfill one of these shapes here, the 2, 3, 3, 4. Again, it would be kind of cool. Like, let's say we do draw a 4 or a 2, right? And discard the 3. We would be in Tenpai for potential twice pure double sequence. Okay, they do pawn the Dora, which I don't like. Anyway, a twice pure double sequence is one of the rarest hands you can get. And unfortunately, it's not worth that much, right? But I will be going for it. On the other hand, I don't think I will Riichi this. It's tough, I do kind of want to wait in Tenpai. Right, by discarding this 4, I would be giving up the twice pure double sequence, but again, like, it's not that bad, right? Because we have the pure double sequence. Obviously, you don't need a 7. Am I a little concerned about dealing in? I feel okay about pushing a little bit. If I do draw the 4 or the 2, I will, by the way, discard. I will take 1 step back to take 2 steps forward because I cannot give up the chance of a twice pure double sequence because that would just be the most ideal thing. Like, I actually witnessed one of these in person. Now I think I will Riichi on the 2 because it's a much better weight and I'm down to just, the chances that we are going to draw the 4 or the 2 or the 4 is so low that sometimes you just got to call it and sit on a good weight. This is a pretty good hand, right? It's going to be Riichi, red 5, pure double sequence. And of course we can hit an Dora, so potential for a manga is high. Unfortunately, we miss Ippatsu, but you can't get lucky every time. And someone has disconnected. Okay, they reconnected. Keep this game going. What are the tiles I'm waiting on? The 3 or the 6? It's definitely possible. I mean, it's unfortunate because it's like we already have a lot of the 3s, but at least we know no one else has the 3s, and the 2s have been cut a lot, so perhaps people aren't using them that much. So it's still an okay situation to be in. So I've recently learned that bonding a character in this game, basically like upgrading them and unlocking like new skins, is way easier than I thought. I was under the impressions that you needed 10 wishing stones. Like, I understand you need other ingredients, right? But all these ingredients I can get, and I've been gathering. But the wishing stones have been really beating me up because I thought the only way to get wishing stones was to get a duplicate character in the gacha, which is like ridiculous because there's like so many characters and you have to get, it's 1 in 20 to get a character, right? And I've gotten 2, so I've gotten already very lucky to get 2 characters within 11 rolls of the gacha. But I was like getting duplicate characters and 10 of them is impossible. But it was pointed out to me that in like a secret hidden menu, it's like they don't even want you to know about this. In a secret hidden menu, you can trade in a wishing currency for a stone, which I already have like 11 of them, right? So it's like the wishing stones, I don't even need to worry about it anymore. So at this point, it's like, hey, I might as well try to get to max level and go for the bond just for the extra skin. You know, I'm trying to drip out on all these people, trying to showcase my willingness to grind in this game. Okay, 4 tiles left. Will we hit it? Probably not. Hopefully we don't deal in. But again, people have a lot of calls. They hit the sumo. Unfortunately, they steal it away from us, but that's okay. It was the tile we needed, so I guess we were waiting on the similar tiles. That's okay. Look, my mindset is strong. Unfortunately, I'm in 4th because I Riichi'd, but it's the beginning of the game. As long as I win another hand, which is not confirmed, I'll be right back up in there. Okay, interesting. We do have a chance for a pure double sequence again. A decent hand, actually, all things considered. I mean, I guess we hold on to the Dora, right? I mean, might as well. Look at our shapes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes already. So we have definitely a chance to get into Tenpai pretty quickly in this hand. I'd love to be able to accept the Dora, but it's unfortunate. I don't know how far I will hedge on it, because again, if I complete some of my shapes, right, it's probably going to be one of the first tiles to go. And you know, if I draw a pair of it, so be it. I think I will hedge on it one more time. Discard the 5. This does show my opponents that I am very close to Tenpai. Right, discarding the 5 here is a very dangerous tile. The north one goes, so I think at this point we do discard the north, right? Follow suit, and we're close, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. We've completed these shapes. We've completed the 2, 3, 4 here. So we're 1 away, waiting on good weights, right? And well, actually, we're not 1 away. We're missing a pair. This is actually interesting. I don't want a pair weight. I think I will Dama here. It's a bit dubious because I don't have a Yaku, so if the 7 does come out, I won't be able to call it, right? But there's a lot of ways I can improve the hand, right? 4 would get me pure double sequence, of course. 1 or 4 would get me pure double sequence. This is the same thing. Then we discard the 8. Same thing, like I'm still looking for the pair somewhere. We're really just hoping that one of these shapes, right, we can, how do I say, we draw the pair somewhere. I mean, ideally we just draw the 7. This is an interesting situation to be in, right? And I wish I could like lock in and really figure out what the best possible thing is. Let's wait on the 8. I mean, we can always sumo it. I think at some point you just gotta send the Riichi, but I don't know. Like, if we do draw the 1 or the 4, we would be able to wait in Dama, which I'm happy to do. No, I can't. You can't wait on the 9. I would be in Furiten. I'm in Furiten now with the 8, but that's okay. I can always just switch out the weight. I mean, it's tough because if I Riichi there, I could have done it, right? And that's the problem. No, I'm not in any. I can't use the 8s or the 9s. I've drawn 3 9s. This is just, maybe I should just call an early Riichi. But I'm a little scared, you know. It's not the best weight. No, I'd be in Furiten for the 8. I'm in Furiten for a lot of these things. Of course, if I draw the 8, that'd be perfect. Sumo the hand. But I don't know. Do we ever pawn it? I don't think we pawn it. We do technically have an all simples hand, but I don't like the way that's going. I think I like reaching on the 9 here. And hear me out. No one else is really applying any pressure. The 9 is a pretty good weight. If I'm going to choose a pair weight, it would be the 9, right? Because it's kind of an outside tile. One of them has been discarded already, and it looks like people aren't really using too much of the higher bamboo tiles, right? 9's been discarded here, 8's been discarded here, 7's discarded here. It doesn't even look like I'm using the 9. I mean, look, it's unbelievable that I'm holding the 9. I discard the 7 and the 8 and the 6. There's absolutely no way I'm waiting on the 9 in their views. So it's a sneaky wait, at least in my opinion. 20 tiles left. Red Dragon Southwind coming out. The Southwind doesn't matter for them, but it could just be a half flush I'm talking about Shimo on the right. Could just be a half flush with this many honor tiles. You can always keep a lookout. 4 coming down. You know, I actually feel validated because I would have not had any tiles to improve my hand. We do deal in, though. It's not a half flush, which is nice. But it is all triplets. And you know what? It's one of those things where, yes, I did deal in, but I was in Riichi, so I can't really be mad about it. The question is, was this the correct way to play the hand? I'm going to write this down. East 1, repeat 1. East 1, repeat 1. Because I'm curious what Maka thinks about that hand. I am the dealer now, which is nice. So that means I can actually mount a comeback. Discard the red dragon. Let's take a look at the hand. It's not even a bad hand, right? 2, 3, 4. Pair of 5s. 8, 9. That's 3 shapes. 4, 5, 6 is 4 shapes, and then 7, 8 is 5 shapes. So really, and this is really nice to see as well with the 6. Really, we're just waiting on the 7. Right? If we draw the 7, we are 1 away. Right? If we draw... I mean, the 7 would really help. Even if we drew another pair, we could discard the 8. But again, we don't really need it. This is interesting now because this just makes our weight better. So now... if we do accept, we can accept the 5 triplet, right? Which would be nice. And keep the 8. So this does improve our odds a little bit. This is the dealer seat. So ideally I would be able to call, but I guess the question is, why would I call here? Would I call the 7 to get into a good tempi? I think I would here. It is all simple. Oh, but it's waiting on the 9. No, that's not a good idea. The 4, I don't think we need. Yeah, I would. Usually you could be like, okay, let's go into all simples here. But this, unless we call like the 6, like if the 6 comes down and we can chi the 6, I think I probably would. I don't know if I would call it. Maybe the 8. If the 8 comes down, maybe, because then it's actually a pretty good weight, right? Because I'd have. No, I don't know about that. I'm not too sure. This whole clump of tiles here, I'm never completely certain like what the best tiles are, because like you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? I think I'm down to hedge on the 4. Now hear me out. It's 2, 3, 4. Then we have 4, 5, 6, right? Maybe, I don't know how much better that actually is. I'm not completely sure. We do have 4, 5, 6 now. I think now we discard the 8. Hear me out. It is pure double sequence. The 2, 3, we are still waiting for the 1 to come down. 2 of the 1s are gone. What's my best weight here? It's this, right? 3 or the 6. I think I will reach it here. It's a pretty decent weight, the 3 or the 6. It's like... Obviously, it's not pure double sequence, right? Because we hit the Ippatsu Ron. Let's go. Okay, we're back in the game. Winning on the dealer seat. Feels good to hit the Ippatsu. Yeah, it's Riichi, Ippatsu, Pinfu. We hit an Dora. And with the repeat, it gets us up to a pretty high-scoring hand when it's not even a Mangan. It's basically like a dealer Mangan. And we're back where we started. We're not in first, but we are in second. And we get to continue in our dealer seat. So again, look. We keep the mental going. I mean, look, the hands have been pretty good. Again, this hand is also pretty good. We have a 6, 7, 8. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4. A 2, 4, a 7, 9. I'm just going to discard some of our dragon tiles, to be honest. And then just get locked in. That hand could have been... I mean, I could have played it a little better, but I think the way we drew the tiles, that was the correct play. We have a big group here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be a little better if the 1 wasn't involved, right? Because then we could be waiting on a lot more tiles. But that's okay. As it stands, we're waiting on the 3 or the 6, which is fine by me. But this is 2 shapes, so we have 3 shapes already. Then the 7 is probably going to repair. And then the 2, 4 is the last thing we're waiting on. So definitely close, right? We're 1 away. Ideally, we would draw the 3 because that is our weakest shape, but that's okay. Do I ever open up my hand here? That is the question. I don't know. It's a bit dubious. If I draw the 6, like even if I draw the 6, like I'm not going to discard the 1. So I think this is definitely a closed hand. That's an easy judgment to make. And I think now the next thing is to think about, do we ever fold to this Riichi perhaps? It is a bit dubious. We don't even need to think about it. They get insta-rant. That's fine by me. Same, pretty much the same hand. Riichi, Ippatsu, red 5. Oh my god, you hit 3 Oradora. Oh, how lucky can you get? That almost completely destroys them. Well, you know what? Like, I don't want to be third place. We still have at least 2 more hands to play. Well, actually, maybe not. Right? If Kami gets destroyed here, this might be the end of the game pretty quickly. But again, we got a decent hand. We have a ton of pairs all of a sudden, actually, which is kind of funny. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs already. The 9 is the Dora. So ideally in this hand, you would discard it, right? Because you can accept the 7s already. We keep the 9 because the Dora. I mean, we could always draw some things to accept it. Probably the 2 is not the correct discard here. It's probably the 1s and the 9s, but I'm actually looking at this hand and I'm seeing, hey, it might be a 7 pairs hand with 4 pairs already. And the 1s and the 9s are good things to wait on, so I'm down to hedge on them a little bit more than I usually would. I think the East is going to leave next, or the Red Dragon. Both fine. I guess now we just keep drawing honor tiles. We're going to have to discard them. So I don't mind hedging on the 1s and the 9s a little bit. The question is, will this ever be a toy hand? I don't know, maybe. I mean, we could have called the 1, right? But I just don't really appreciate it. Now, both of the 1s are gone, so I feel a little better about discarding the 1 here. The Red Dragon has been played already, but I can hedge on a pair, of course. I don't think I ever call the 8s for toy for sure, because I'd love to accept the 7. That would get us a Dora, right? So calling the 8s here would basically make it impossible for anyone to get the Dora. Now we're going to discard the Red Dragon. The West Wind is our guest wind. I think now we're going to discard it once it's been discarded by another player. Right? We have this 6/7, so this 9 which we really don't need anymore, right? And I think I will probably discard the 9 here. I don't think it's ever going to be used in the hand. The West is probably going to follow. At least we know the West is a safe-ish tile. What do we have going on with the calls on the board? Shimo has... okay, I think we're going to discard the South here. Shimo has called a 9, which makes me believe either you have a Yaku in your hand or it's Toy, all triplets. And in this situation, at least in the Adept 2 room, in the Silver room, I often see this call coming out when you have 2 dragons in your hand. And in this case, it would be the Green Dragon, which I would be able to gift to them. Now, perhaps I won't do it. Now, the North comes, and so it's most likely going to be triplets here, right? Riichi comes down by the chip leader. So do we have decent safe tiles against them? Let's take a look. Double Ron comes out against the person in 4th place. Oh, look, at least I'm not them. Okay, it is an all triplets hand as I predicted, and they have a Riichi. It is Ippatsu. That's double Ippatsu in one game. All simples red 5. Doesn't hit the 3 Orador this time, but you don't need to because 4th place is going very negative, and unfortunately this puts me in kind of a bad spot because the game's over and I'm in 3rd. But you know what? It's only -4. So it's a loss, but it's not really a loss. I think I played well this game. Pretty crazy stuff happening. We get some gifts. Fantastic. After every game, I'm contractually obligated to showcase all my mistakes in the logs. Let's take a look. I think I played pretty well. I'm interested to see the East 1 repeat 1 hand. I'm guessing A-. I don't think I made that many mistakes, although that one hand could have bring me down. A- was correct, so I did get it on the nose again. Let's take a look at the East 1 repeat 1. I actually played perfect. I played an S, which is kind of crazy. Now let's see what I did. Okay, discard the 9. Green Dragon next. The 5 here is so funny, right? Because it's such a strong tile, but you just discarded it for sure. You discarded the North here, obviously. Yeah, the 6/7 is the correct discard here. Just a hedge on all this stuff going on. I think the 7 was supposed to be discarded first, but in my eyes, get the 6 out of here. I mean, the thing with keeping the 6 is that, let's say you do draw 5, you can do 4, 5, 6, and then still have the opportunity for a pure double sequence with the 1, so it's marginal. But I think we're both going to discard it. We're going to discard both anyway. We draw the 8 here, which is unfortunate because we could have completed the shape. But you don't go into Riichi here for the 2 7s. You discard the 7. It does actually like the Riichi here, but it is mixed. I do end up discarding it, right? You could wait on the 8, and I eventually could have won if I did call this Riichi, but it is mixed. This is obviously a discard. This is a discard. This is a discard. So I'm just not in a good position. I end up reaching the 8, right? Here. So I played it pretty darn good, which makes me pretty happy because I think that was a kind of a weird hand. At least a Dama sit with the no Yaku. Like, that's fine. Is there another hand that would have been crazy? Let's take a look. We won this hand. It was a C, but we did win it. So is it really a C rank if I did win it? The 2 is a bit dubious. I think I get it, right? Because you could have done pair of 2s, 3, 4, 5, and then keep the 5, 6. Yeah, this is obviously what you do. You switch. Yeah, you keep the 2 here, right? Because this would have made our hand so much better. We have a 3, 4, 5, a 5, 6, discard the 8, and we have a pair already with a good weight of 5, 6, right? And then you don't even need to worry about these pairs. Yeah, that was the correct play, but that's okay. We did miss it. This is also wrong. I see. I just played the hand a little dubiously when it comes to the efficiency. I think I kept the 8 way longer than I had to. With the 4, it's the same thing, right? Because you have 2, 3, 4, and then you have 4, 5, 6, right? Keep the discard the 8. That's 2, 3, 4. It would have been interesting. I think probably is the right choice. And then I reach you with the wrong tile here. Why is that? I thought I was looking at all the weights. That is very strange. Now, I understand the weights weren't that good, right? Because it's 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, pair 6, right? So, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, then we're waiting on 4, 5, maybe a pair 6. Yeah. But then if I reach you this, I have 2, 3, 4. Like, yeah, you're keeping the pure double sequence alive, right? We're going to have 3, 4, 5, sorry. Then we have 3, then we have 4, 5, 6. And then we're pair waiting, right? We're pair waiting on what? The 6? I don't really get that, right? 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Pair waiting on the 6. I don't get this Riichi at all. Like, maybe it's slightly better. 2 is safe? I'm not sure. And then I end up winning the next hand. So, I mean, you're the fool here. Is there anything else to go? Let's look at the double. Nah, we don't need to look at the last 2 hands. We played this hand S+, but it ended pretty fast. Anyway, thanks so much for watching if you made it this far. I upload every single day. Trying to reach 30 subscribers. We're at 25 right now. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.